Today we're sewing the Annaleah dress by Retro Sparkle Design. Let's start with our pattern pieces. You'll need 2 front bodice pieces, 4 back bodice pieces, 2 sets cut mirrored, 2 top ruffle skirt tiers, 2 middle ruffle skirt tiers, and 4 bottom ruffle skirt tiers. Starting with the main front and back pieces, we are going to cross the back pieces and place them on top of the front bodice with right sides together. We're going to clip at the top of the shoulders and then we'll sew or serge to attach. Go ahead and set your main bodice pieces aside, and we are going to do the same thing with our lining bodice. Next, we're going to lay our main bodice pieces flat, right side up, facing us on the table, and then we're going to place our lining right sides with our main. Clip around the neck and the arms, and then sew along both of those edges. Now that our main and the lining bodices are attached, we are going to pull the back straps through the front of the bodice so that it's right sides out. Now we're going to cross one strap over the other, open the middle back, and clip right sides together. Then we'll sew down this edge to close the back of the bodice. Now our bodice should look like this. Next, we're going to sew the side seams. To do this, we're going to open up the main and linings for the back and the front. And then we're going to place the main and lining right sides together, clip down both sides, and then sew to attach. Once you flip it right sides out, our bodice is complete, and we are going to continue on with our dress version of the Annaleah bundle. So we're going to start with our tiers. We're going to take both tier 1 strips and we're going to place them right sides together and then clip and sew both of the short sides. Next, use your preferred gathering method to gather the top of the tier. With the bodice right side out, we're going to place the ruffle tier over the bottom opening with right sides together. Clip and sew around the opening, making sure that we're evenly distributing those ruffles. Now that ruffle tier 1 is attached to the bodice, we are going to start with the assembly of the middle tier skirt. Place middle tier pieces 1 and 2 right sides together, just like we did with the top tier, and then we're going to sew down both of the short edges. Using your preferred gathering method, gather the top edge of the middle tier ruffle to match the width of the top tier ruffle. To attach the middle tier skirt to the top tier skirt, we are going to place the middle ruffle tier over the top ruffle with right sides together, pin and sew along the raw edges to attach. Your dress should now look like this with the top tier and middle tier attached. To assemble the bottom tier, because it's 4 pieces, we're going to start with 2 of the 4 ruffles. Place one ruffle on top of the other with right sides together. Pin and sew down just one short side. Then we'll take another one of the ruffles, put it on the other side of the first ruffle piece, and sew down that short edge. Now we're going to grab that 4th bottom tier ruffle piece, place it on top of the other 3 attached ruffles with right sides together, pin and sew both raw edges, so you should have a full circle of the 4th tier ruffle. Using your preferred gathering method, we are going to gather the top edge of that large skirted ruffle piece. Place the bottom ruffle tier skirt piece over the middle ruffle tier skirt with right sides together. Pin and sew the raw edges to attach. The last step is to fold in the edge of the bottom ruffle tier a 1/2 inch, clip in place, and then use your preferred hemming method. And you're finished. Can't wait to see your makes. Thanks for sewing with me. Make sure to share all of your makes in the Retro Sparkle Design Facebook group.